Hi there, and welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. I hope you are all very well indeed. And, as you can see, I'm in my humble home, dealing with government instructions, and, we're very remote, but it's good. Virtual lifestyle. It's all good. It's all good. Welcome to my humble abode. Now, for the next 2 hours or so, please stay tuned with us. We're going to entertain you. The guests and I will entertain you. You're very also welcome to interact in what we call our panel, our BLM panel. Every week we have a selection of guests that come in where we focus on particular subjects and issues. We call them movers and shakers, and who'll be discussing certain aspects surrounding the movement. And we ask you to send through your comments and questions, and we get those read out. And this week we are dealing with the world of sport, within the world of sport. It's great because there's quite a few of you who already done your bit for us, and we've got quite a few questions and comments here already, but it's all good. There's a few other things that we're going to be talking about a bit later on, but I'm just going to go a bit newsy now on you, and do forgive me for this, but I have to do a bit of a newsy thing because it's something that is really rather poignant to what we talk about the BLM and movement and what have you. So I just got to say this. A Met Police officer's been suspended after footage showed him kneeling on a black man's neck. Does that remind you of anything? The video was recorded in Islington, North London on the evening of Thursday, the 16th of July, and showed two officers holding a handcuffed suspect on the pavement. I just said that, handcuffed on the pavement. A second officer's also been removed from operational duty following that arrest. A witness at the scene told reporters that I was worried he was going to get executed. That's just how George Floyd got killed. If it wasn't for the crowds filming the whole thing, the police could have suffocated him or broken his neck. Now, Deputy Police Commissioner Sir Steve House has said the footage was extremely disturbing, and he added that some of the techniques used caused him great concern. They're not taught in police training. The arrested man, 48-year-old Marcus Coutain, was later seen by a police doctor, and the force confirmed that they'd charged him with possession of a knife in a public place. Now, Coutain appeared in custody at Highbury Corner Magistrates Court on Saturday, the 18th of July, where he pleaded not guilty. The case has been sent to Snaresbrook Crown Court for August the 17th. That's August the 17th. Now, his lawyer, Timur Rustems, demanded the charges be dropped and an apology be made by the Met Police. He also added that the incident mirrors almost identically what happened to George Floyd in the States in May. The incident has now been referred to the Independent Office for Police Conduct, the IOPC. My gosh, can you believe this? Can you actually believe it? You know, we're talking about something that's happened, that's kicked off, globally, racial issues and what have you. And then you've got these two Met Police officers almost, if you see that image, sort of literally mirrored what happened to George Floyd. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. So I had to do that. But okay, coming up on the rest of the show, by now we all know that we won't be having Carnival as we know it, but it's going to be Notting Hill Carnival virtual style. Indeed. And we'll be talking to one of the best known steel bands, and that's Metronome. And later I'll be paying a tribute to Zinzi Mandela, a daughter of the late Nelson Mandela, who died on Monday, the 13th of July. Zinzi was 59 years old. And you can see her there pictured with the current Prime Minister as well there, Cyril, and then there's the late father, Nelson Mandela. So I'll be doing a tribute with about her later in the show. At this point, let me bring in my co-conspirator, Mr. Anthony Jordan, aka. Hey!
Can I just say,
yes,
I had flashbacks to my teenage years. You said you're going a bit newsy, and I just remembered the old Choice FM days, being in the car, listening to the old Pam Joseph's voice there, giving you all the news. It was just a flashback. Just had to throw it in there. How's it going? How's the week been?
It's been good. I mean, you just get alarmed and distressed when you hear these news coming up. This thing, you know, you're wondering what's going on. Hasn't lessons been learned? It just makes me really rather, you know, I'm just sort of worried and anxious about, you know, why would you want to do anything similar to something that has kicked off this, you know, worldwide, if you will, to, you know, anger about treatment of black people, and particularly the fact that he was actually handcuffed.
Do you know the thing that really bugs me with all of this is you've seen the situation, you've seen the eruption, and it's still happening. There needs to be a stage in the world at the moment, is the best way I could put it, where our police are being retrained. I think we need to see something that, you know, because there's some odd reason why people are still making the same mistakes time and time again. I can't believe that every police officer is detaining people in this way and don't know what they're doing. So I need something to tell me either they need retraining or they know what they're doing, and then further action needs to be taken. But something needs to be done because lives are being lost pointlessly here. And I mean, I don't even know what the cause or case was for the arrest, but I'm sure it, as you said, with someone being handcuffed, they are pretty much detained. So why are we now seeing a knee on the neck? It doesn't evaluate.
I mean, what we've gathered from the Met was that it was they were called to a sort of fracas, if you will, down in a certain part of Islington. He was detained. Somebody had actually said that they felt he had a weapon on him. He was actually detained that way. You know, obviously they were able to take the weapon off him, if you will, you know, to be believed that they took the weapon off him, but they had him handcuffed. He was down. So at the end of the day, they went there for a particular reason. They were called there. They did their duty in regards to sort of like, if you like, detaining the chap.
Indeed.
Taking off anything that he had on him, but then why do all of that? What was all of that?
It's not good. We need more. We need to see more action being taken on this because two wrongs do not make a right. They never will.
Exactly.
You know?
No
I
way.
am fully behind the police doing their job when they do it fair and just.
That's right.
Anything else, we have a problem.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far. Anyway, let's lighten up the mood. We've still got the Dalgety competition. We've got a winner again. We've got a winner again.
Yeah.
We've got so many. The fact about it, Anthony, is that you just feel a bit sorry. I wonder if we can get the the people behind Dalgety to give us more than one hamper. Because you know why we have to sort of like say no to everybody else, although they've done the correct answer, but we can only pick one. Maybe we'll have a word with them.
Well, you got your little foxy get up going on. I'll leave it to you to persuade on that one. Otherwise, I'll try the.
It's too popular. That's all good. But remember, you have to listen out too, because we're going to pose another question. And so listen out to anything we're going to be talking about. We're not going to make it hard for you. We've always been making it quite easy. But we know that you are listening if you get it right. So we're going to be posing a question towards the end of the show, and there's a chance of another Dalgety hamper. Delicious Dalgety hamper.
Indeed. And it is there, guys. And the best advice I can give, I give it every week, is pay attention from this minute now to the very end of the show, because you never know where it will come from. The only time it won't happen is when you're making a Dalgety tea during the ad break. But apart from that, it could be anywhere in the show. So keep your ears open, and the chance of winning that fantastic hamper is there for you to enjoy.
Just a quickie on the lifestyle corner, entertainment corner.
So, to be fair, I will be following up on a bit of news on that. I think you guys can kind of know where it's gone if you've been paying attention to the news, but I did deliver that. And it will be music videos galore this week, guys. It's going to be a bit of a throwback. I felt a bit nostalgic this week. So a lot of the videos will be some that you've seen, not even last year, but years before, and a mix of some of the newer ones that we've had in there. But I was just feeling in that old school mood. So I thought, let's show some love to those who have been on the lifestyle show and help it be where it is today. So that's what's in there. So it's going to be a good one. We're going to have a
lovely. Okay, so I'll see you later.
Okay, I will see you in a bit.
Nice one. Zinzi Mandela. Let's do with Zinzi Mandela and let's pay tribute to her. So and hopefully, as I said, after this we may be able to get Patrick back on trim. So let's start with Zinzi Mandela. Okay, tributes are still pouring in as the youngest daughter of South Africa's first black President Nelson Mandela was laid to rest in a private ceremony after losing her life at the age of 59. Zinzi Mandela died in a Johannesburg hospital in the early hours of Monday, the 13th of July. and was buried in the city on Friday the 17th. The family announced she'd been tested positive with COVID-19. However, it's not been confirmed that this was the cause of her death. Zinzi was Nelson Mandela's 6th child and his second with anti-apartheid activist Winnie Mandela, who was actually his second wife. Zinzi was an activist in her own right and was serving as ambassador to Denmark at the time of her death. She was also an active member of the African National Congress youth movement and grew up while her father was imprisoned by the apartheid regime for 27 years on Robben Island. And one of her most prominent moments was in 1985 when she read out in front of a huge crowd of ANC supporters at Soweto's Jubilani Stadium a letter in which her father rejected an offer of release from P.W. Botha, the then apartheid president. The former Archbishop of Cape Town, Desmond Tutu, said that that speech in Soweto on behalf of her father reinvigorated the values and principles of the struggle. Miss Mandela played a critical role symbolizing the humanity and steadfastness of the anti-apartheid struggle. South Africa's current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, paid tribute to Zinzi, saying, during her years of our years of struggle, she brought home the inhumanity of the apartheid system and the unshakable resolve of our fight for freedom. The Nelson Mandela Foundation described her as a special soul who will be remembered for a rich, extraordinary life. Minister of International Relations Naledi Pandor said Zinzi will not only be remembered as a daughter of our struggle heroes, but as a struggle heroine in her own right. Miss Mandela had been posted to Denmark in 2015 and been designated to become South Africa's head of mission in Monrovia, Liberia. And most recently, she was known for her vocal support for radical land reform in South Africa. Zinzi Mandela was married twice and had 4 children. My gosh, what a life, what a life. Zinzi Mandela there. She is a very private ceremony. We just saw a few people that seem to have been there. You can see some of the guests there. I'm not even sure because obviously masked if any of those were her children. As I said, she had 4, so could have been, but very respectful, very private ceremony took place in Johannesburg Friday the 17th of July. Okay, wow. Losing some greats, but some people may say they've gone to a better place, and it's good. Keep looking down on us and keep smiling for us on that. All right. Now we just been said we can still trying to get Patrick, but we've got a little preview of an interview with one of the stars of Sitting in Limbo, and I think we can safely say we can play that. So let's have a. No, I've just been told we haven't got that. We can't play that. Okay, no worries at all. I think this is not really working very good here today. We're hopefully going to get Patrick, but in the meantime, I think we are going to definitely kick off. I think we must now with the panel, our BLM panel, and we're talking sports. I'm going to see you after this.